Welcome. I am the Frail Blaze. Today's story, It's Happily Watching. This originally happened a few years ago when I was 13. I've always had insomnia, but slowly it got worse. Every night I would wake up and couldn't go to sleep, but one night I couldn't move. I was frozen, eyes forced open, as if my body wasn't mine anymore. I looked around my room and suddenly I saw it. A creature, easily 8 feet tall. It was pitch black, skin like a void. Its outline was blurry. Its eyes were the worst. 2 white dots just staring at me, unmoving and never blinking. It stood outside my door frame at first, and all I could do was watch in fear for what felt like days. It had a smile, like its face was torn through with a dull knife. I cried in fear as it just stood there, watching, when I suddenly passed out. The next night wasn't better by any means. I awoke frozen again, too scared to look at my door, but I regretted it the second I did. It was closer. It was inside now. Just like the night before, it stared at me the entire time, adrenaline running through my veins, yet still unable to move a muscle. Every night carried on like this, the demon getting closer. One night, I thought I was safe. I didn't see it standing anywhere, but it wasn't standing. It hung upside down from the ceiling, like a spider. Its arms and legs bent in horrid ways, and its neck twisted so it could still face me. This night I was able to close my eyes, but at this point I was too scared to. What if it moved when I closed my eyes? What happens then? The final night, I felt myself wake up, but refused to open my eyes. I was terrified of what I would see. I couldn't prepare myself for what I would end up seeing, though. I slowly opened my eyes, only to start having a panic attack. It stood by me, right next to the bed. I could see it up close, and I wish that I had never opened my eyes. It was so thin I could see its bones, but its skin looked like leather. Black ooze spilled out of its mouth, smiling down at me. I fought harder that night than I ever have before. I slowly gained control. First, a finger, then a foot, then an arm. Once I was in control, I hid under the blankets, praying for it to leave me alone. Next thing I remember, I was waking up to my alarm. Every night since then, it has stayed away. Maybe because I had control now. I've wondered for years since then what would have happened to me if I didn't force myself to move, if I had just waited one more night. But now I always have a knife by the bed. While I've never seen it fully again like the nights I woke up, I still spot it from time to time in the corner of my eye. My only hope is this never happens to my daughter. But for now, he's still here, always smiling and watching. Would be a terrifying experience for most. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I hope that you join me again in the future for more frail Blaze tales.